Okay, let's talk about where modes come from. Now, this will be a little bit of a break from music theory. This is just kind of a little history lesson, but it's kind of fascinating to me, and hopefully to you. So, let's talk about it. The church modes are old. They go way back. They are older than the major and the minor scales. Um, we can trace them back to about 350 BC, a long, long time ago. So that's, you know, well over almost 2,350 years ago, 360 years ago, long time ago. Their names, I already told you the names, or Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, and Locrian. Their names go back to the Greeks. You may have guessed those are Greek sounding names, I guess. And they're named after different regions, um, or ethnic regions in ancient Greece. Um, some of those places, I believe, still exist. I think I recently saw on a map something with the name something like Ionia. Yeah, I think that still exists actually. Uh, Geography is not my thing, but so let's move on. Now, way back then, we get Plato and Aristotle actually writing a little bit about the church modes. They actually commented on these things and what they did. I'm going to read you one little quote here, and this is from Aristotle's Politics. The musical modes differ essentially from one another, and those who hear them are differently affected by each. Some of them make men sad and grave, like the so called Mixolydian. Others enfeeble the mind, like the relaxed modes. Another, again, produces a moderate or settled temper, which appears to be the particular effect of the Dorian. And the Phrygian inspires enthusiasm. So, really, kind of what he's saying here is that the modes were used uh, to directly affect people. So, what would happen would be the modes were kind of in a way like medicine. So, if you were feeling lethargic, someone might play for you Phrygian. And the idea was Phrygian was the mode for enthusiasm. It would fix what's physically wrong with you. There's a lot of stories about this kind of thing, about how the modes affected people very directly in ways that, scales and music and different keys and modes and things don't really affect us anymore. Um, and, maybe these stories are mythology. Some of them almost certainly are. There are all kinds of odd stories about, how the modes were used to build the pyramids and all these things that are, really mythology. But some of them might be factual.